What do you do as a soldier?
The soldiers were supposed to go out on explorations and patrol the area to protect the mission buildings, to protect the mission padres, and to protect mission property like livestock, crops. They're pretty much kind of guards here. There weren't that many soldiers per each mission. There were only about 5 or 6. And they were pretty much outnumbered compared to the Indian population of 1,000. So if you had 1,000 Indians, say you might have 100 able-bodied male Indians who are well trained that could go against the soldiers. So that's not, even with their black powder, they wouldn't have much of a chance. You know, one of the things that really gave the California soldier his advantage was the horse, because the California Indians were very unfamiliar with a horse. It worked better than a black powder gun, because on the horse, hey, take care. He could wheel this on the horse and attack the Indians who would have been on foot, and they would shoot arrows at him, but he would have a cuera to protect him. This vest that went all the way down here, and the guy with the picture over there, there is a cuera on that soldier, and it was designed the Indians could shoot an arrow at him and it was supposed to deflect. That was what the cuera was for. That's what they call the frontier soldiers, the mission soldiers, Soldado de Cuera.
The people at the missions ever think about getting more soldiers?
They always thought of it. They always thought they were unarmed. They were kind of here just to... The Spanish government didn't go in all the way to settle California wholeheartedly. They could have sent armies and this and that, but then they had to feed the people. So they sent this kind of like as a test, send some padres out, see if they could build some missions, just to send a few soldiers out. And when they finally needed them later on, when they set up the buildings, they could never get Spanish interest to send hundreds of them over here. You know, the whole population of Spanish California was about 1,000 or 1,500. In the early times, later it turned to about 5,000 during the late California. That's still the 1840s. That's not a lot of people. When the Americans started coming there, it was like, wow, where are these people? They're very well equipped. But the Americans had free enterprise. We had government instruction. You know, we weren't allowed to go off and take off from the mission and say settle that place. It had to go through the authorities like the padres or the governors would grant you permission to do this stuff. We weren't free. The soldier had to sign on for 10 years. But in this 10 years, he was supposed to get money. A lot of times they didn't have the money, so they'd give them a land grant, which might be 1,000 acres, 800 acres. And there would be areas inland, probably away from the mission. If you got a coastal land grant, it was big money, because then you could trade with the Americans, and you could trade with the British, and you could set up your own trading posts, and then you have your own market where the Indians and other soldiers would be coming to you.